hair's a mess right now, but I don't care. I just want to bang this video out as quickly as I can. Bushiroad is releasing a brand new Weiss Schwarz video game. That is insane. Finally, we're gonna be able to play an online client of the greatest card game made by humans.
In Japan.
This is gonna be a great way to introduce new players to the greatest card game ever made.
In Japan.
We're gonna be able to play with other players from around the world, guys. Isn't this insane?
In Japan.
Alright, fine. So it's not currently announced that it'll release in the United States or anywhere else outside of Japan for now. And this just might be me huffing a lot of copium, but I really believe that it's gonna happen. I really believe it's gonna be released outside of Japan. It's gonna come to the United States, and I'm really hoping that it does. And you better believe I'll be first in line for pre-orders and playing this on the channel. I'm so excited. I really hope this happens. I need this, man. I need this. Either way, it's a cause to celebrate, I think. Like getting an official Weiss Schwarz video game. This is something I never thought would actually happen. I remember seeing a clip a little while back about this cartoon. I think it's called like VTuber Legends. I've never seen that cartoon. I'm sure it's great. I just don't know it. There was a clip of a streamer playing like an online virtual version of Weiss Schwarz. There was a little cameo that happened. I thought that was really cool, but I also thought it was pretty interesting because things like that, it wasn't like a fan-made thing. This was like an official like cartoon that officially featured like Weiss Schwarz. It wasn't like a parody of it. It was like an actual Weiss Schwarz. Like this would be like if an episode of SpongeBob just randomly had like Yu-Gi-Oh in it. Like that kind of thing doesn't just happen. Like it has to be approved by Konami for Viacom to do something like that. And I think that's similar here. Like Bushiroad had to have seen that and approved Weiss Schwarz to be in the cartoon. But not just be in the cartoon, like they actually saw it was represented in like a digital format and they were okay with it. Like I still thought it was a pretty long shot that we'd ever get an actual online client for Weiss Schwarz. It's happening now. This video is gonna be me doing like a reaction video, you know, like the Fine Bros used to do. Fine Bros, don't sue me for stealing your format, guys.
When you notice someone ripping someone's format off, don't stand for it.
But we're just gonna do a simple reaction video reacting to the trailer and a few other tidbits that I know about. And I purposely have not seen any other content creators video on this subject just because I wanted to give my own take as much as I can on the thing. But I know my boy Flare Chan made a video on this, so I'm definitely gonna check that out as soon as I'm done filming this. But yeah, this video is just gonna be me talking about it, speculating about it a little bit, just having fun and celebrating the fact that we're getting a Weiss Schwarz video game in the year of our Lord 2026. So we're gonna watch the trailer right here on my handy dandy OnePlus pad. Play that shit. Now, obviously, I'm gonna keep it $100 with you guys. This isn't the first time I'm watching this trailer. When I saw this for the first time, I had no pretense that there was gonna be a Weiss Schwarz video game. I just saw this randomly on my Facebook feed. And so when it was revealed that this was a video game, my mind just exploded watching this. And here we get the first look at the layout. We can see how the game will probably look like. It might change, but the game is like releasing in a year, so I don't think it'll change too much from the layout we're seeing right here. I'm noticing there isn't really a spot to like, in like, you know, if you ever played like Master Duel or even like YGO Pro, there's no like dedicated window to where you can see a specific card. They kind of just pop up, I guess, but that's kind of interesting to look at. I really hope that we have the option to have customizable playmats as well. This might just be the tutorial level, but it doesn't really look like that the playmats are really all that separated as it would be in like a Master Duel. But you know, this is early gameplay. We don't know a lot, so who knows what'll happen. I find it hard to believe that there wouldn't be different options for different players to have different playmats. I find that very hard to believe. Same thing with card sleeves as well. No freaking way, guys. It's freaking Blanca Weiss from Weiss Schwarz. I don't know who this is, guys. I'm sorry. Should I know who this is, or is this like a character created specifically for the video game? That's kind of cool too. I know who this isn't though. Why is this not Shioko? Why is the main person not card game Shioko? Why is it not you? You're literally the guy. This is your game. Are you sleeping on the job again, Shioko? Shioko, wake up. This is your game. You made the sandwich. Now go eat your sandwich. Don't send your cronies to do your job for you. I find it hard to believe that Shoko won't appear at all in the game itself. I'm sure she'll appear. Just like she did in the PSP game, where like she had a little bit of a spot. I think she asked you if you wanted to take the tutorial or not. I think is her role there. But side note, why isn't there also like a male character to represent Weiss Schwarz as well? I haven't seen one male character in this entire trailer, guys. What's up with that? What's up with that? Bring back the character from Weiss Survive. That's a terrible cartoon. I shouldn't have brought that up. That is a horrible cartoon. Don't watch that shit. Bring back that guy though. And I guess the nerd with the glasses that appears in the Weiss Schwarz commercials. Yeah, it looks like there's a little kind of a story element. I'm guessing it's gonna be kind of a similar amount of story as there is in, let's say, like an old like Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, if anyone remembers that game. I think it'd be kind of fun, especially with a game like Weiss Schwarz that relies so heavily on different IPs. I'm guessing they're gonna have to make their own kind of little story, or maybe a single player mode. I don't mind that. They don't have to go overboard with it. Like, I played a little bit of the PSP game. I can't read Japanese at all, but what I could gather from just playing a little bit that I could, it was almost like a dating sim in a way. Like, you had different duel partners that had like affection levels depending on how much you played with them. They don't need to go overboard with that. Just put the card games in the bag. As long as we get the fight against card game Shioko. I love how they show this graphic of like the entire planet spinning around, like play with anyone from around the world as long as they can read Japanese. Weiss Schwarz Online, Weiss Edition. They're splitting it up into 2 different games. The PSP version was like that as well. I think they were trying to be cute. There was a Weiss version and a Schwarz version. They're doing the same thing here. I think the PSP version was trying to be like Pokemon, but I read in like some old GameFAQ forum, which, you know, is a place of truth where all the world's greatest minds used to coalesce and talk about video games before Reddit was a thing. I read that in the Weiss Schwarz PSP, the Weiss and the Schwarz, like it was easier to get certain sets of cards, like the Weiss cards or the Schwarz cards, in the corresponding game. But if you played long enough, you could definitely get all the cards in one game. You didn't necessarily need both versions. And I know for a fact that it's going to be different in this case. Each version is going to have different games. We're going to talk about that in a second, but let me get through the rest of the trailer here. Nintendo Switch, Steam で2026年秋発売。パッケージ版には特製 PR. Okay, that's basically it. It's coming out for Nintendo Switch and Steam, and it just says Nintendo Switch. Are games still coming out for just the regular ass Switch? I assume this means Switch 2, or yeah, I don't know, maybe. That's kind of funny to me. Also, the Switch version does come with exclusive cards. If this does get released internationally, I doubt we'll get an actual physical version of the game. I'm saying that right now, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'm not too crazy about Japanese Weiss Schwarz cards, unless they're like IPs that I love that are only available in Japanese. I'm still holding out hope that more Pixar cards from the Toy Story set will come out in English, but that's a topic for another video. But yeah, that's basically the whole trailer. And I just want to make this super duper clear. I am super duper happy that this is actually happening at all. Like, we're getting a new Weiss Schwarz video game. I never thought I'd see the day. Don't worry, lads, this isn't gonna be me just glazing Bushiroad for 10 hours. Like, I do have some things, I do have some concerns. What kind of YouTuber would I be if I didn't have things to complain about on the internet? So my biggest concern here is that they're splitting it up into 2 different games. That's cute, right? Here's the thing. I want to bring up this one game real quick. It's called Card Fight Vanguard Deer Days. Why do I bring this up? For those in the chat that don't know, Card Fight Vanguard is also a card game created by Bushiroad Entertainment. I bet you didn't know that, guys, huh? But I bring this game up because Vanguard is a really cool game. It's by Bushiroad, and it's all Bushiroad. Like, there's no other like IPs that it borrows from. There might be crossovers, I don't know. But for the most part, Card Fight Vanguard is 100% Bushiroad, and it's their own card game that exists. And I thought, oh, this card game is so cool. Oh, it has an online client? I would love to try out Card Fight Vanguard. I'd like that very much. How much is the online client? Oh, it's $70. $70 to play Card Fight Vanguard online. And I'm sure it's worth the price, lad. But in the world where the big 3 of grunge, you got Yu-Gi-Oh!, you got Magic, both of those card games have free-to-play clients. Bushiroad has the balls to charge $70 for the privilege of trying Card Fight Vanguard. And this game's been out for a fat minute. There's actually a sequel to Card Fight Vanguard Deer Days. There's Card Fight Vanguard Deer Days 2. And this game, the first one, has never gone down in price, ever. I have never seen it on sale. It is permanently $69.99. And I get it. My brother's told me this like a million times. Like the new standard price for new games, when adjusted to inflation, should be around $70, probably more than that. But this game's been out for so long, and in a world where other card games have clients that are free to play, Bushiroad's Card Fight Vanguard Deer Days is a whopping $70 if you want to play this game. I wonder how much they'll charge for Weiss Schwarz Online. And I know there's like a counter argument here, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and that's the one that I actually play and I know a little bit more, so I'm going to be talking about that one more than the Magic one. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, it is free and you do get a generous amount of gems in the beginning, but you do end up having to pay out of pocket if you want to experience like everything there is to do. At least with Card Fight Vanguard, there is kind of a upside to like there being only like a giant upfront price, and then you have every single card. I would assume, right? It has to be, right? Actually, there's more to it than that. If you want the additional card pass for Card Fight Vanguard, that's gonna cost $65, fam. On top of the $70 you pay to play Card Fight Vanguard. Are you crazy, Bushiroad? Do I have money flying out of my ass? I don't make any money from YouTube. I'm not gonna be able to afford that. To get every single card. The pricing for Card Fight Vanguard Deer Days is egregious. And no hate to Card Fight Vanguard players. If you love the card game and that's your life, maybe that price is worth it. And this does not bode well for the pricing of would-be Weiss Schwarz. I hope I'm wrong on this, but I am willing to bet that Weiss Schwarz Online, Weiss and Schwarz will each cost $70 a pop. So you're looking at a $140 game if you wanna get everything out of the experience. That's a tough pill to swallow, and I'll be the first to say I'll probably pay it. I probably will, and Bushiroad knows this. They got us by the balls. I'm barely gonna pay it, but that is crazy pricing, no matter how you slice it. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe they'll charge $40 per game. Who knows? I'm guessing they'll both be the same game too. Like they're both probably gonna have the same single player story. I see no reason why it wouldn't, although I guess it'd be cool if it didn't. Be kind of a more of incentive to have both games, but I'm gonna assume that they're not gonna do that much, right? They're just gonna have just different cards to use. That's another thing I was kind of wondering about, like Bushiroad doing an online client for Weiss Schwarz. Like with so many different IPs and clashing personalities going on, like obviously we live in a world where there's copyright law and there's royalties to pay, and Bushiroad, being a conglomerate corporation, has to pay these licensing fees to all the IPs they use. Aren't card games magical, guys? So I always kind of thought that that was probably the biggest hurdle for Bushiroad to ever make an online client. Like, how would they handle having so many different IPs in one if they were to truly have like a Master Duel style experience with every card? And the answer is they're not gonna deal with that. They're only gonna have a certain set amount of IPs per version of the game. Weiss being the Weiss side, Schwarz being the Schwarz side. You got the Weiss side and the Schwarz side. On the Weiss side, you got, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't recognize most of these cartoons. You got Aogiri, Sneaker Bunko, Quintessential Loud House, and Mygo for the Weiss side. And for the Schwarz side, you have the Idolmaster Shiny Colors, Sword Art Online, War of the Underworld, Touhou Project, and Avenue Muhika. I don't know if that's really Avenue. Probably butchered those names. I'm sorry, I don't recognize any of those cartoons. But Sneaker Bunko is pretty cool. I know that has like Haruhi in it. I know it has, I've seen the set of that. The only one I recognize is Haruhi. I'm such a boomer when it comes to cartoons. Lucky Star and Haruhi, that was like my era. I mean, I love good cartoons too, don't get me wrong. I really wish I could use my Femboy Kato deck or my, Lightning McQueen waifu deck. But it looks like it's just not going to be a possibility because Disney is expensive. And I assume that Kato, being from a really old set, is just power creep to heck, so they didn't want to bother porting a set like that. But honestly, I don't really care too much about that. I'd be willing to play this game at all because Weiss Schwarz gameplay is just it's just that good. I want to play Weiss Schwarz and I want an official client to do it, and I'll pay the $140 Bushiroad, but it's gonna sting and I'm gonna complain about it the whole time. Now, I don't really foresee any issue with this coming to the United States. Like, I really don't. Like, they don't have the Disney IPs. They don't have a lot of IPs, so like, they don't have to worry about those licensing fees and clashing with Lorcana or whatever, because that's just not a factor here. They just have their own little cartoons that they're using for these IPs, and it's not going to clash too much. My only speculation is that I'm not sure if all of these sets have English releases out right now. I'm pretty sure they do for the most part. Oh wait, Sneaker Bunko had an English release, didn't it? Oh no, I'm thinking of the Genki Bunko. I get the Bunkos mixed up a lot, guys, I'm sorry. Doesn't look like Sneaker Bunko ever got an English release. That could mean nothing. That could mean everything. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Did you guys like this video? Did you guys get anything out of this video? Or is this just dumb? Leave a fat dislike if you hated this video. Leave a hate comment too. I love reading those. I read those while I cry myself to sleep. And I'm super emo, so I like crying. So joke's on you. I enjoy it. You're the one that should be embarrassed, not me. Hater265. I'm excited for this game either way. I really can't wait to play it. I'm gonna go watch Flare Chan's video on it right now. Brown Weiss, if you're watching, I hope you make a video on it too. I'm on your page right now. I haven't seen new videos at all on your page, actually. Please, Brown Weiss, upload a new video about anything. I just want to hear your voice. I feel like I'm doing like an ice bucket challenge video. Like, I nominate Brown Weiss to talk about it next. Like, shut the fuck up, Rand, man. What are you doing? I'm having fun, okay? Remember when YouTube used to be fun? Wasn't just meeting quotas and daily uploads. Remember that? Do you remember eating cereal with forks because you just wanted to save the milk? Do you remember that? This game has to come out to the States. I know it will. I know it will. Y'all can say I'm huffing copium, but I know it's gonna come out, guys. Whatever. You call it fate. I'll call it karma. Thank you guys so much for checking out the content. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you.